continuing to watch HSN. We're in the kitchen, my favorite place to be, with Philips. This is the air fryer with the rapid air technology and recipe booklet. Now, huge customer pick on hsn.com with I think 943 reviews. This is a massive customer pick. So a lot of us says, okay, it's a new year, a new us. Maybe we did that last year. We said no more fried foods, no more this, and it lasted like a week or two and we all gave up. This year, I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up your fried foods or anything that you love. I just want you to do air frying. So you're taking away the oil, taking away the calories, but not giving up the food that you love. That's realistic, and that's what I want you to do this year. I'm gonna bring out our special guest, Stephanie Roberts, who's gonna take us through the Philips air fryer that's available in black, red, and white. Hi, Stephanie.
Absolutely, hello.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve. We are almost there. And I love the red too because it's exclusive to us here at HSN. What Helen said is exactly right. This is how you keep the healthy plan in your life. Because the key with air frying is you don't have to give up the yummy crunch of the foods. And you know, when you're not depriving yourself of something, you're more likely to stick with it. What the Philips air fryer does is it allows us to eat these French fries, eat these chicken strips without the guilt of extra fat and calories from oil. And the way it works kind of explains how you can still get your crisp without the oil. What we do inside the Philips air fryer is called rapid air technology, and I want to explain that to you right away because then you can understand why these are still so crispy.
Here we go, Stephanie. We're showing an animation.
Okay, good. So here's what's inside the air fryer that gives us the crisp. There's a heating element and a fan and a special design on the bottom of the pan called a starfish. What that does is it allows the heat to circulate around the food so that each and every edge of the food gets crisped. So the hot air is doing the crisping. If the hot air does the crisping, I don't need oil to do the crisping. So you get the crunch. Look at these fries, golden brown on the outside, crispy, crunchy, and when you take that bite, you will know that you're getting the crunch you crave, and you're doing it, I heard Helen's crunch, you're doing it without the oil. So you're not giving up what you crave, but you're giving up the fat and oil.
I actually did a search, like, are potatoes, like, how good they are for you. Potatoes are actually have a lot of potassium and a lot of great vitamins. They just sort of got a bad name because of the way we make them. Butter, sour cream, frying, and oil.
Exactly.
So, but definitely leave the skin on, you know, cut them up, put them in the air fryer. They're really nutritious.
Or use sweet potatoes because then you're getting beta carotene at the same time.
Which I do all the time.
All those colors we want to get in our diet. So the point of air frying is it allows you to eat the foods you want to eat, that you crave, in a more healthy manner, and that way you stick with your healthy eating plan. I just took some fajita vegetables, some onions and peppers. They're lightly seasoned, but there's no oil. And now I'm laying some chicken breasts, also lightly seasoned, just with a, you know, any kind of Mexican seasoning mix. You can find them in the grocery stores, and put those in my air fryer basket as well. Now think for a moment how I make fajitas on the stovetop. I'd have to submerge this stuff in oil. It takes like 6 tablespoons of oil to get the fry going for your fajita vegetables when you do it stovetop, not in the air fryer. All I'm doing is gonna slide this into my air fryer. I set my timer because when I cook with my air fryer, I have complete time and temperature control. And here's what I really, really love. When these are done, ding, it tells me, and the heat shuts off, which means if I'm not standing right here when these are done, they don't get overcooked, they don't get burned, they will be cooked to perfection each and every time, and I don't have to babysit. So air fryer cooking itself, so easy. Helen, think about your stovetop when you make fajitas, sprays all over because you're using this. This is what I am eliminating from my life by cooking in the air fryer. You can look at it like this. Everything I make in the Philips air fryer uses 1 tablespoon of oil or less, because up until now, with those fajitas, with the French fries and chicken, I have put 0 oil in. I do a traditional fry, I need this. This is the decision you're making for the health of your body and your family. Would you rather feed your family this? Would you rather feed your family this? This is what air frying is all about. It eliminates this oil.
Okay, so a couple of things. As I'm eating a crispy, delicious French fry, $60 off, free shipping and handling, and 4 FlexPay, $60 off. And this is a huge customer pick. Over 900 reviews on hsn.com. Now, it comes with a booklet, but today we have, for I think $19.95, we've got a recipe book that I hope you add to your order, because it's gonna really open up your mind to things that you're gonna use it for that maybe you haven't even, it didn't even cross your mind. Like, for example, the fajitas that you see right there. Like, that's something that you wouldn't even thought. There's all sorts of entrees. And if you love the taste of fried food, that chicken fried steak, that, fried shrimp, the big games coming, if you want to do the hors d'oeuvres for all the, all your friends, the wings, this is the way to do it. And again, we've got this great book that is available. It's 150 recipes, actually, and it's specifically from Philips for this machine, by the way.
Right, and so, the recipes work perfectly because they're tailored to it. You mentioned wings. We are getting, of course, into that big month where we've got all these football games to watch. I know it's a full day today. How about you do your wings in an air fryer so they're not submerged in oil? Think about all the oil these suck up when they're busy drowning in them. There is no oil on these chicken wings, but look, I've got that crispy exterior there, that golden brown color. I drizzle them in some sauce. There is nothing unhealthy about chicken. It's a lean protein.
Right, exactly.
What's unhealthy is when I drown my chicken in oil. So I love the fact that I can still eat the foods that I want to watch with the big games, the chicken strips, the chicken wings. We'll show you many other appetizers that can be done right here in the air fryer.
By the way, this is easy to clean too.
So easy to clean.
A lot of the reviews mention how easy it is to clean, and I want you to know that. And by the way, this can sit right on your counter. You will be surprised how much you use it and how many things you can use it for.
You can use it for every meal of the day, honestly, and I do. But really, the air fryer has no moving inside parts that you have to clean. It's these two non-stick pans, one with the mesh bottom where the heat circulates, and then, of course, the baking dish. That's a hot one for me, so I can't pick it up too much for you on the bottom. But I do love, and by the way,
can you put those in the dishwasher?
I was just going to say, they pop right into the dishwasher, but I have found that they're so easy in terms of the non-stick that I don't even have to put them in the dishwasher.
Just sort of wipe them down.
You just sort of wipe them down, and it works just fine. Okay, let's talk about grilled cheese, because there are a couple of recipes floating around for this in the book that comes with the air fryer, or the one you could add on. And I know at first you think, grilled cheese, really? But I don't usually fry my grilled cheese. Well, think about what you do with your grilled cheese. You slather it in butter. So instead of that, I'm lightly brushing with olive oil. Already better for me than slathering in butter. The other thing I have found with grilled cheese, it's near impossible to get it the same on both sides and not overdo one or underdo another. I'm always hiding the bad side on the plate when I serve it. And the first thing those little kids of mine do is pick it up and check. Like, all right, let's see which side she burned and is hiding. But we don't have that problem in the air fryer. So what I do is I brush both sides with olive oil. I slide it into the air fryer. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. I am going to turn down my temperature just a little bit because I know that I like my bread on the lighter side. But think about this. As a home cook, I'm controlling time. I'm controlling temperature. I'm not giving up any control. And this is going to do its own thing while we move on and keep talking about other foods. What I like about that, if you cook grilled cheese on the stovetop, you have to watch it. You have to be there to flip it. You have to do all this work. But I want to go back to what's happening inside the machine again to explain why I don't have to babysit this. The rapid air technology is doing the work for you. This is even heat circulation. And even heat circulation not only does it make for the crisping of the French fries and the toasting of the bread, it also makes so that I don't have to stand there and babysit my cooking. I don't have to babysit my fajitas. I don't have to be there to turn my grilled cheese. As a busy mom, a busy everything, don't you love the fact that if you're entertaining for all these big games coming up, you can pop your food in and go off and be with your guests and come back and it's done and it's perfect and it's not burned.
By the way, we've got 3 colors today and the white is the most limited. Everyone's loving this item, and I can tell you at the beginning of the year as we start 2016, which is going to start tomorrow, maybe this year what I want you to do is not say I'm going to give up everything I love. How about you're just going to make a couple little adjustments that are in the long term going to make a huge difference, and one of them is eliminating all that extra oil. Because let's face it, we're not going to stop eating those delicious foods that we love, those fried foods. we're not gonna say I'm never gonna eat that. But how about if you just change the way you make it with the Philips air fryer? Look at that mozzarella stick. That looks amazing.
I'm not going to give up cheese. I do have to admit that. In the new year, no matter how healthy I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna give up cheese. But guess what? Cheese is a dairy product. You can buy it part skim mozzarella cheese. And again, it's a healthy protein. Look at the ooey gooey cheese. I've got that crispy exterior. I've got this cheese absolutely falling apart, which is making me so happy. And then I didn't have to fry it. So again, another great way to get those appetizers in that you want to have as part of your entertaining without having to worry about the deep fry. You can see a couple of other things we've done here, some Spanakopita. Here's what I want to show you here. Look how crispy this is. These were not fried, but I've got that wonderful crispy exterior. I've got my spinach and cheese on the inside. I've got the crispy crust of a baby quiche here.
By the way, I'm eating the wings. They are amazing.
I love the wings.
I cannot believe that they're not fried. They're so delicious. I could gobble down that whole plate, and it's just that healthy chicken. And the sauce is like, I mean, it's like tomatoes, you know, because it's a little spicy sauce if you think about it. That's not like a big cream sauce when you have those chicken wings.
And a little bit of sauce.
Oh, these are amazing.
When you don't have the oil, again, no guilt now with going ahead and eating your wings. Okay,
so good.
Let's talk about other times of day, because I know you're getting that we can do this for the big games, for the appetizers, for your evening meals. What about breakfast? One of the options to do is to pick up a baking pan with this as well. I'm gonna do an omelet in here, because again, if I do an omelet on the stovetop, I have to stand there. As you've probably already figured out with me, not real big on standing there and babysitting a stove. I've got other things I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna put the omelet in here. I'm gonna set this for 5 minutes and turn it down just a little bit, and then I can walk away. Because again, even heat circulation, evenly going all the way around the eggs. 2 eggs, little cheese, little bit of pepper action in there. Breakfast in 5 minutes. Now this meal, the breakfast, the protein, you know that's a healthy way to get your family's day started in this new year. I'm working very hard on incorporating a healthier breakfast into my everyday. And this is a great low stress way to do it. And if it's low stress, I'll be successful in having it happen.
Do you know, also when, you know, like when the kids come home from school, I know my daughter is like starving. And you know, you want to have that food that you can grab. I mean, the wings, the potatoes, if you think about that, in our mind, we think of that as foods we should stay away from. But you know, 100%, Stephanie's right. This is, you know, we're talking about just, you know, great healthy foods like potatoes and, you know, chicken, and, you know, it's all really healthy. It's just how you prepare it.
Exactly.
But you want it to be delicious.
And you're only going to keep eating these healthy foods if you like the way they're prepared.
Right.
So look at this dinner. I am able to put in some cauliflower, some greens, and salmon. First, I cook the cauliflower for maybe about 10 minutes. Then I add the salmon on top. And without ever heating up my oven, without ever having to stand by the grill and babysit something there or in my stove, I am able to get a great, very healthy, low in oil. I only used a brushing of it dinner on the table in 20 minutes tops.
And by the way, that looks gorgeous.
And it tastes wonderful.
That looks like, that doesn't look like, oh, I'm sacrificing. I don't know how. That looks amazing.
Look at the flakiness of the salmon.
And I love salmon. And look at the cauliflower. It doesn't look like, oh, that boring vegetables. It looks like, oh,
it's roasted.
Roasted and delicious.
It is
Brussels sprouts are really good in there too.
They are very good in there because what you get with the air fryer is, again, that circulating heat gives the roasted, slow roasted flavor without using the oven. And I'll tell you, this time of year, if I cannot run my oven.
Should I try it? Oh,
you should try it. You got a fork? Okay. If I cannot run my oven and let rapid air technology do the cooking for me, that is great. Because again, I want to save my energy dollars right now for heating my home, not heating up my entire oven when I don't need anything that big.
This salmon is amazing.
It melts in your mouth, doesn't it?
So, and you know, I love salmon, but there's nothing worse than if it's like dry or this is so moist and just delicious. And this whole plate, I mean, this is like what you consider, quote, you know, diet food maybe, because you think, oh, it's protein and vegetables. It's just delicious. It's
But you don't want it to be considered diet food, because when you hear that, you think, oh yeah, don't really like diet food.
No.
But look at that moist salmon, the roasted cauliflower. That's food you will enjoy eating. And what is so great about the Philips air fryer is that it makes it simple as can be to make. So even things that aren't necessarily considered diet food can be made in here and can be made more healthy. So what I have here is some bacon wrapped shrimp, because you know what? Let's admit it, we love bacon. We do love bacon.
I love bacon.
And I just want to smell bacon, so that's why I like to do bacon in the air fryer. So what I've done with these is I am just going to place them in the air fryer, let that circulating heat do the cooking for me. But because of the design of the mesh pan, what's going to happen is any of that bacon fat is going to drain right off. So if I were to broil these, if I were to do these in the oven, it sits in the bacon fat and it soaks right back into the shrimp. Okay, that's more fat than I really need to have, but I still want that bacon crisp. I love the way the air fryer drains off everything because of the mesh basket. So 7 minutes, ready to go. We will have another fun appetizer.
Okay.
But if I'm entertaining, you can see how quick everything cooks because of that circulating heat.
I'll stop eating this.
I can do a batch of these. I can do a batch of these. I'm not standing here as we do it, and everything is going to come out picture perfect.
Well, I'll tell you what's perfect is $60 off and free shipping and handling. So $47.49. This is an investment in your health, really, in your whole family. It is something that you're going to leave on your countertop, and you're going to say, you know, what's for dinner? It's going to be fast, it's going to be crispy, it's going to be juicy, it's going to be delicious, and it's also not going to have all that fat and calories. So it's like the best of both worlds. And you're doing something for yourself right off the bat. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. You can exercise, drink more water, but really eating is probably, you know, when you have 100% of perfect health, 70% of it is what you eat. And we're not going to stop eating. That's, you know, and we're not going to just, you know, have, you know, boil something or other 5 times a day. That's just never going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. I really recommend you add to your order the cookbook, because it's got 150 recipes from Philips, and they are, you know, custom made to go with the machine. So we've got the white, we've got the black and the red. I think the white's going to be the first to sell out, right, Dan? It's the most, yeah. It's just a couple hundred left in the white. So I think this might be the last, it might be the last presentation with the white. So I just wanted to let you know. And there's lots of foods that we fry, like meatballs that, you know.
Absolutely, that don't need to be fried. We don't need to submerge our meat in the oil. You can get the crisp, and look at the golden brown of this one. I just love that kind, right with the air fryer. So what I was able to do here was I utilized our rack, which you can also pick up as an additional piece to add to the machine. And what that does is it doubles my cooking capacity. So look at all the meatballs that I'm able to pull out of there. That is a full meal.
Are those like cheese in there or
These
something?
are Moroccan meatballs, so you will love that. You definitely need to give a try for those.
It's part of my job. It's a tough,
it is. You have a difficult job today.
I have to thank my high school guidance counselor for recommending this career. No.
Another thing I like about meatballs, though, is if you're looking for a quick weeknight dinner, they make these ready to go fresh at the butcher. Those we did out of the recipe book, but you can grab them ready to go fresh and then throw a sauce on them, and it is dinner in 10 minutes out of the air fryer. A couple other things I love about cooking these in the air fryer. I want to see if I can show you what happened with this. Can we get a shot down into the baking dish? Look at that. That is all the fat that cooked off of the meatballs. So not only am I not using oil, I am cooking off the fat from the meat. What a great way to make meatballs as healthy as possible. You can make them with turkey. You can do all sorts
And the other thing is, you know, you can customize, because there's a lot of people out there that say are gluten-free.
Absolutely.
And then you're saying, well, I can never have fried food again because maybe it's dipped in flour or everything. Well, there's all sorts of things. You can make it with coconut flour and rice flour. You know what I mean? You're able to customize and not say goodbye to the foods that you love just because there's an ingredient in them that you can't, you know, go to a fast food place for.
And that's the best thing about the air fryer. I know right off the bat you think of it for the chicken strips, for the French fries, for the wings, the tater tots, all that. Nothing works better than crisping those foods for you. But what I have really come to love in my kitchen is that you can be as creative as you want to be. You can take a pepper, you can stuff it with goat cheese, and then you can use the circulating heat of the air fryer to make this appetizer without heating up your oven, keeping things healthy. As Helen mentioned, customizing the ingredients that you want in your food. And this just makes cooking simple. I don't have a lot of time, but I want to feed my family as healthy as possible. And I can customize everything I do in this air fryer as a result. And that's where the recipe books, and by the way, MealEasy, I want to mention too, because it is part of our deal. And what MealEasy is, it's a $90 value. It gives you access online to over 2,000 recipes to help you get even more creative with your air fryer. There's actually an air fryer community on MealEasy where people have posted all the awesome things that they have done in the air fryer. And as you can see in front of me, the opportunities are endless. Pizza bagels, pizza rolls.
That's what the pizza bagels. Oh, okay.
You mentioned your daughter coming home from school hungry. This is my go-to snack. Pizza bagels, less than 5 minutes in the air fryer. I don't have to worry about kids heating up the oven.
Right.
Air fryer is actually cool to the touch. As you can see, I'm here leaning all over it as it goes. No problem there. There's nothing splattering. I mean, would you really ever let your kid touch a fryer? Absolutely not. And I don't like mine to turn on the oven. So this really makes cooking a family event, which gets everybody involved and everybody concerned with their nutrition.
Okay, and I am showing you the recipe book. There's 150 recipes, and these are made, custom made from Philips for this air fryer specifically. There's pictures, there's desserts, there's entrees, there's appetizers. I just wanted to mention this a couple of times during the show. It's under $20. And what do you got there? Like shrimp, tomatoes, asparagus?
Shrimp, tomatoes, asparagus. Look at the gorgeous colors. We know to be healthy, we're told to eat things with a lot of color.
Right.
So we have basically steamed, and I made a mess doing it, we steamed our vegetables and our shrimp, but look at the capacity. This is dinner for easy 3 to 4 people right here with all that shrimp plus the vegetables. This was 15 minutes max in the air fryer. No added oil, just a great, quick, easy, healthy meal to get on the table. So I love using it for so many different things. I want to quickly show you everything that we have stacked up down here, and then we're going to go back and check on some things we finished. There are grill pans that can be added.
This looks good.
You can make kebabs. You can get crunchy, and I love these, the crunchy turnovers, hot in the middle, crispy on the outside for breakfast. Even a lava cake done in the baking pan. So you can see we are going to be as creative with our air fryer as you want to be. I'm going to slowly take a walk back over here. Helen, I want to remind you that Philips actually launched the air fryer in the United States right here with us at HSN. Since then, we have sold upwards of 100,000 air fryers. I mean, just an unbelievable amount of air fryers. And Philips is the original. So, you know, when you see the concept of air frying other places, it is imitating this one. This was the original air fryer.
Look how perfect that grilled cheese sandwich is.
And this is why we've sold 100,000 of them. Look at the color here. Look at the golden brown on each side of the bread. And look what happens to the cheese on the inside. It is perfectly melted each and every time we make a grilled cheese sandwich. I can't make them to be this crunchy and this beautiful on the stovetop.
Can I mean, it is my job.
It is your job. It is her job to make sure I'm cooking well with the air fryer. So she can review me on that one. But I do want to check in on the fajitas too.
This is so good.
Remember how we did this? Just when we started talking, I put in my fajita vegetables and my chicken, and then what did we do? We walked away. I have not paid one bit of attention to these chicken fajitas. So if you're a busy mom or dad at home any night of the week, walking the dog, dealing with homework, you can pop fajitas in your air fryer, and when you come back 10 minutes later, your vegetables, look at that, they've got those little brown edges so you know they're crisped just right. There is no added oil in this meal. I have done this all with the circulating heat, and then my protein, you can use steak. I'm using chicken because I'm trying to be a little better on the low fat this time of year. Look at that gorgeous chicken, and look at the juice coming out of it. That is not a dried out chicken breast. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And suddenly I have chicken fajitas ready to go, and Helen is groaning over the grilled cheese sandwich.
I feel like there's something illegal happening with how good this is. I mean, okay, look, I mean, the cheese is just so melty, delicious, and the bread is so crisp.
It is. It's a treat.
The saddest thing I'm saying all day is that that's all the time we have for the air fryer because I'm totally enjoying myself. Free shipping and handling, $60 off, $47.49. You guys are loving this. I'm so glad you're getting it for